just inside of it, on the right-hand side. Also available jumping festival.
Shake it all around, run back, shake it all around. Oh, elbow, oh, yeah.
When I thought we were fine. Hey man, where are we gonna take this out?
Where? Well, Jake, tell us where we're going first.
I'm going back to Miami.
Going back to Miami.
Line or a mountain stuff. What is wrong with an Oscar-winning orchestra? Besides, I know all about this play. I shot my first printing back over to you guys. I want you to have a great time in the play. Let's go.
So half of you are excited about CSI, the other half are excited about Scooby-Doo. That's the way it should be. America's trying to find it. Hey! So, some of the more recent productions that have filmed out here on the front lot include things partially done out here too. CSI films out here every single day. Parenthood with Craig T. Nelson and Desi out here. So we've only recently begun filming on our New York Street again after a hiatus of 2 years. Again, all the buildings you're looking at brand new. When they rebuilt New York Street, they actually put a little bit of London, England right here in the middle. This is our London Square area. And if you're from London, you might be saying, wait a minute, London doesn't look like this. This is what Hollywood thinks London looks like. And if you don't know what The Amazing Spider-Man is, The Amazing Spider-Man is a reboot of the Spider-Man film franchise. It is. Now keep in mind that all of the brickwork, all of the stonework, the marble, the granite, the sheets 5x5 sheets of fiberglass, and then they've got to come back later on and paint everything. Because the fiberglass is like a light gray color, they have to paint everything like red. And I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. That's great to have you alive. Now we're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet. Just put them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island. How you doing, guys? I love the entrance of this thing with fish with the bones and the skulls. It's like going to my house. I love it. Hey, so hang on to your belongings in here, everyone. It's gonna picture cars, getting them ready for today's test run. You may want to switch from pictures to video for this, because I think these things are going to move.
Control cars, you can see them over here on the left. I think they're just about ready to do a test run. So we're going to get our tram into position.
Clear on the set.
Good, we're right on time.
Let's see the bullet hits. And go. Smoke. Go. Fire. Go. Okay, we're clear for a full run through. All systems checked. This one's for real, guys, so watch out. And action.
Let's hear it for Karma. Great job, guys. This area has been dressed to look like Tokyo, as in
Rock. Dwayne Johnson is going to fight Vin Diesel. Who would win between a fight between The Rock and Vin Diesel? Find out when you see Fast 5 now.
Yep, it's been over 10 years. One of Spielberg's first jobs working here at the studio was to take writer Michael Crichton around on a tour of the facility. Little did either of them know that more than 20 years later, those books would be directed into such blockbuster films. For the last... Wait! Uh-oh! Spinners!
Of course, the whole idea behind these films is that dinosaurs can be brought back from extinction. As far as I know, that is just in the realm of science fiction, or maybe in a Peter Jackson movie. But of course, I could be wrong about that. Maybe dinosaurs can be brought back from extinction. What do you think, huh? Okay, so by now I'm sure you've figured out just the Magnum PI Ferrari, the flying mule from the film Serenity. Doc Brown's DeLorean from the Back to the Future films. And of course, through the years, picture cars have gotten bigger and badder and faster as audiences have embraced their need for speed. And you want to talk bigger, badder, faster? Check out those drift racers there on the left. We all know what they're from, don't we?
Hi everybody, here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street. And we've got
weather effects. Everyone's favorite weatherman, Mr. Al Roker. Al, what's the forecast for today, Al?
Making the weather. If he says we're in for rain, we're in for rain. There it is on the left. Well, today, Al and our special effects guys are helping us out with a weather effects demonstration. If you look at the rain, look a little higher, you'll see sprinklers shooting the water up into the air. When it falls, it looks just like the real stuff. That's how we can create rain here in Hollywood. Thanks, guys. That was great. Guys, can we cut the rain, please? Guys, you know what happens when there's too much rain around here? Guys? Can we hear a rumbling sound? Uh-oh, look out on the left. Remember what I said about getting wet. Especially if you're on the left-hand side in the first two cars. Don't worry about Old Mexico and this part of Old Mexico that we're coming in as well. Steven Spielberg used this for his film The Color Purple. The first movie to star Whoopi Goldberg. She's wandered through these streets. She knows a thing or two about them.
Did you know that more movies have been shot on these streets than any other spot in the world? Now, during the silent film era, they could shoot up to 6 movies at the same time, one on each one of these 6 streets. That's why it's called 6 Points, because each street had its own bank, its own sheriff's office, its own saloon, and its own hotel. Now, it turns out that this town ain't big enough for both of us. So get on back onto the tram, stagecoach thing, and get the heck out of here. Go on, go on.
Now again, these buildings are shelves and facades used primarily for exterior filming. Remember when I told you about what they're made out of? Well, here's a perfect example, this last building on the left. From the front, it looks like a brick building, but as we circle around it, you'll see that the bricks really are just fiberglass and 2x4s.
Country in one night. Oh, really, Dad? What about China?
All right, so they turned this area, Old Mexico, into China for Scene and Hub, and this is China and Hub. It is.
It's candy in one. Right, so we haven't cracked China yet.
So we can make, you know, these streets look like, we can make Mexico look like China. We can make New York look like Berlin. We can do whatever we want because we're Universal Pictures Hollywood. Now, we are going back inside, back a couple of 100 years. Back to the days of the Old West. Find ourselves traveling down a little western street that we affectionately call 6 Points, Texas. Used to shoot a lot of westerns out here a long, long time ago out here on 6 Points out here. Why do we call this?
Up to 6 movies at the same time, one on each one of these 6 streets. That's why it's called 6 Points.
All the biggest, all the greats are here down here. And they walk these very streets. You guys notice something. If you look off to the right, you'll see a lot of water. You'll also see mountains. Those are the San Gabriel Mountains, and those mountains are approaching a big spooky island. They shot that scene out here at night when no one was looking. And we shot this scene using models. Big fiberglass. Look out here on the left. Here we go.
Not any bigger than that.
European was out here 50 years ago that we filmed at the epic Spartacus. Filmed right out here. And then years later, The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. Kingdom of Genovia in the Walt Disney movie Princess Diaries 2, A Royal Engagement, starring Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews. Speaking of Disney, they filmed all 3 of their
Heroes using sets as India, because India is of course influenced by European architecture. Here's how Heroes made them look.
The wrong fare, the wrong time. Women never know what really happened. No, I spoke to him 2 days ago. He was convinced someone was following and trying to steal his research. He died because of his fears. That's crazy. The man loves his family. He's credited his career to 6 miles, he's halfway around the world. Where are you going? To his apartment. To get him papers, his research. He was this close to finding the first of them. His patient zero. Trapped in Queens, New York.
But you can't talk about Little Europe without mentioning classic monster movies. We created that genre here at Universal.
It was the city of Rome in the movie Angels and Demons, starring McGregor. You can see it as Pablo Mustaine in the movie Night and Day, starring Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. The television series Curb Your Enthusiasm was filmed down here a few weeks ago. The Muppets were filming scenes of their Muppet movie, and Showtime was shooting scenes for their vampire television series True Blood out here last month. And it's appropriate, the True Blood 40s, that we filmed all of our classic Universal monster movies so many, many years ago. Frankenstein, Monster would roam these streets. And it was built inside a soundstage 50. We're going to show you what a soundstage looks like. Now, a lot of weird things happen whenever we go inside of these sound.
That's the FBI?
Yeah, here about the main.
That's him. Right over there.
You alright?
Yeah, so even though this was...
Soundstage like this, we can recreate an earthquake with absolute safety and with total and complete control. Same thing for the water effects. So if you are going to ever be experiencing an earthquake, this really is the best.
All right, guys, right here, camera. As I was saying, if you look around at all... All right, guys, hang. Sorry about this. Hang on. That feeling is taking you back there. What is that? Is that blood? He's not supposed to bleed yet. Yeah, he's supposed to bleed later on. What's he doing? Okay, there's a diver out there. I think he's already bleeding. He's supposed to bleed like a few minutes into the shark attack, like a few seconds. I don't know, he's just a very bloody guy. There goes the blood. Too much blood. Too much blood. Hey, so Paul is going to park us behind these rooms of high voltage gasoline. We'll be safe back. What a mess. What a mess that is. Alright, so where's the truck? There goes the truck. Due west, towards the building. Towards the tree. Pull out silver pipe. Now I saw the tent come out of the water near those buildings with the trees on. If you want to see the shark again, I would look about 200 feet off to the right where that rope is. Way, way, way out there. What the? I had no idea. Hello, Gabby's house. This other yellow house is where Susan lives. The brick house on the right is where Bree lives. The Scavos live in the greenhouse. And you can always tell when they're about to film an episode because they put the cars out. The cars are only out here when they're going to do an episode. And that house at the very end of the cul-de-sac is where Renee lives. Long time ago, this is where Edie Britt used to live. I remember Edie Britt. Oh, Edie Britt.
Next morning, Edie Britt decided to announce her return to Wisteria Lane.
Okay, you're not going to believe this, but she's back.
Edie, is that really you? You know someone else my age was fighting like this? Well, what happened to your tenant? He came into some money and decided to move. He thought, what the heck? Let's move back. Queen? Oh, you don't know. I have a husband now. Really? Who's?
Oh, snap. Hey, so keep in mind, all the houses out here completely empty on the inside. They're like big doll houses. That is because we only do the exterior filming for Desperate Housewives. And next door to Whoville. My goodness. I don't know what they're doing out here. Well, I see they're putting out new tar in front of the Bates Motel. We all know. Let's watch this guy do this. You know what? Seriously, this is where they buried a body. Buried a body right out there. Motel, been out here 50 years. Cycle House up there on the hill has been up there for 50 years. These guys have been out here for 50 years. Incredible.
On the left, that is a real sense of where each other. All right, now that the trail stops, feel free to stand up, take a look.
So, the movie Psycho was a movie, and also War of the Worlds was a movie. How's that for a segue? This is the War of the Worlds crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. Are there people out there? Oh my goodness. Paul is going to stop the tram for 1 minute if you want to stand up for 60 seconds and take some photographs. You can stand up.
Site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Stephen had.
When we first began to sit down to talk.
The airplane press site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Stephen had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about the world, I thought, what if it's
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep your eyes on me. Eyes on me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay?
You don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep your eyes on me. Eyes on me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay?
The airplane press site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Stephen had. When we first began.
Get in. Robbie, get in.
Despite how large and realistic this set looks, Steven Spielberg still had to use over 500 special effects.
about different types of sets in our backlot. Shells and facades, which we use for exterior filming. We also have practical sets. These have rooms inside and can be used for both interior as well as exterior.
Up on the right side of the set, you're going to see a cabin. This is the cabin from The Great Outdoors, starring John Candy.
And that was a real plane too, by the way. That was a real plane they destroyed for that scene. I don't know how they destroyed it, but that was a real jet. And all these scenes were shot directly across from us. That is not the sky, that is not the ocean. That is the area. Here comes Jim Carrey and George Clooney, who walked on the water out there. Curses, smurses.
Does not look like much, does it? It's kind of dark and dusty. There's not really very much in here, is there?
These gentle giants pose no threat to us. Heavy armor casing protects these great beasts from savage predators of the field.
Regardez après en haut à droite. Regarde en haut à droite.
Leave him alone, he doesn't know anything.
That just made you the winner. And that poor chump the loser, drop him! No! Now, Helen, you will tell me the way to try it. Reach in the water, come on! Now, Helen, did I see you leave before the party was over? I think so. Surf's up, fish boy. Now do us all a big favor, huh? Just stand in one spot. You are mine now, baby. What's wrong with this piece of junk? Oh, it's got nothing. Really? He hit the wall? My SeaBoat hit the wall? No!
The critically acclaimed drama Igma, the song Lose Yourself.
Disgusting, and you spit on my microphone? This thing's expensive. Beat that. Making fun of me? Knock it out. Don't hit me. You know the show. Knock it off. It's not the violence for the last time. Party. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Real quick, he's gotta leave. He's gotta leave. Take your picture now, sweetie.
Grown produce means a fresher apple for you and fresher air for
Ouais, il ferme la bouche, il y a de l'air.
Ah ouais, c'est un journaliste. Marie-Alain, nous sommes à Universal Studios, au restaurant La Bubacom. En fait, c'est en l'honneur du film Forrest Gump. Donc ça, c'est du rhum.
Et ça, c'est une margarita.
Une margarita. Donc on a décidé vraiment, avant de rentrer, espérons qu'on ne sera pas arrêté par la police avant de rentrer à l'hôtel, mais de se taper un bon petit restaurant. En fait là, il y a pas mal de fruits de mer, donc on va essayer de manger des fruits de mer. Alors on pense bien à vous parce que pour nous c'est assez difficile, on sait que pour vous la vie est heureuse. Hein. Grosse bise à tous les deux et à bientôt.
À bientôt, salut.
Hollywood, so get your tickets now in Hollywood.
Regarde,